Godspeed, first crew of New Shepard. Let's light this candle.
Max Q. $30,000 feet, Mach 1. Max Q.
Max Q is confirmed. Beautiful burn on that BE3 engine. Liquid hydrogen
Mach 1.
and liquid oxygen as the propellant. It's a nice, not just clean in terms of
this gives you just chills as you sit here and watch
steam,
this
right?
New Shepard go into space. And by the way, the New Shepard named for Alan Shepard, the first American in space. And now you have the oldest woman in space and the youngest man in space, as well as Jeff Bezos and his brother. This is a spectacular look at the Shepard as it makes its way into space. They're hoping to go 62 miles up, Amy, so we will see if that happens. That's about 11 miles higher than Virgin Galactic's 11 days ago, so we'll see if that happens. And you got to wonder what's going through their minds right now as they head towards the heavens.
Yeah, absolutely. It's really, truly an incredible thing to watch, knowing that they're going to get 4 minutes of weightlessness when they get up there. Wally Funk talked about just wanting to unstrap out of her seat and do somersaults in the air. And it's a nice, roomy cockpit area that they have. It's got big windows. They're going to get up to what is known as the Kármán layer, which is that area right there where Earth's atmosphere meets outer space. And so it's going to be truly incredible. And then it'll be cool to watch them come down. They're going to also come down in West Texas. They're going to deploy parachutes, which will slow the rocket down to about 20 miles an hour. They've got shock absorbers in their seats just in case they have to bounce around a lot, kind of like they used to do in Kazakhstan. Because, you know, when we used to watch them come down, we were like, oh, that doesn't look so smooth. But now we can tell you that the capsule has departed. So this is the part where they're really going to start to enjoy and have some fun.
And have some fun and get to that point where they are going to be weightless for just about that 3 minutes. And I can't help but continue to be fascinated by Wally Funk. I think this is such a special day for her. This is something she's always wanted to do. As you know, she was part of the Mercury 13 program, which was a privately funded investigation into whether or not women could make it into space. And they said she passed every single test with flying colors. Let's listen in more.
Woo! Oh, wow. We just thank you. So you have to look out the window. Holy kid God. Oh, wow.
And there we go. Our astronauts have passed the Kármán line at about 328,000 feet, continuing their ascent. You see the two vehicles there. When the speed hits zero, you know that they've hit apogee, their maximum altitude, and you hear they're having quite an experience.
All my instincts are fine. Okay, have the fuck back. Okay. I'm here to yep. Got it this time. Yeah, you just have to wait for it. Who wants a Skittle? Oh, yeah. 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 Who wants a Skittle? Oh, yeah.
1 minute warning. 1 minute warning.
They are making their way up. Derek, are you with us? Can you hear us?
And yes.
Talk to me about what you're thinking as you look at these same images that we're looking at right now.
I'm just in disbelief. It's just awesome. It's just like, whoa, this is so cool. It's just, a lot of things are going in my mind just thinking, wow, I mean, just imagining what they're seeing right now through those big windows of the new Shepard capsule, and just the excitement in their voices. It's just incredible. And how successful it's been so far. It's almost like it's just, been planned for a while.
As it has been, yes.
Yes, but it's just absolutely incredible to see this, and just slowly watching this marker on the left here, seeing their descent now, and it's just incredible how it's all automated and.
Yeah, we were kind of joking about that earlier, Derek, about how if we were going to go up in space, this is how we'd want to do it, right? Just sit back and enjoy the ride. You don't have to worry about anything.
Exactly. Yes, and the thing that's blowing my mind is the capsule has been removed from the rocket booster, and the booster is coming back on its own and will make its way back to the landing site, and it's just truly remarkable.
Demo.
The other remarkable thing about this is the view that they're going to get up there. And we say view, yes, because they're going to be some 60 miles high, but also the view because of these 6 huge windows, Derek, that are on this capsule. So they're going to get kind of really a bird's eye view of space.
Yes, the curvature of the Earth. They'll be able to see the atmosphere. They're above the atmosphere, or most of the atmosphere, pretty much. They will get a glimpse of what it's like to be a true astronaut going up into space, and of course, the weightlessness too. Being able to feel that for a few moments is truly magical.
All right, Derek, we're going to go ahead and listen in because the rocket booster is about to land. Again, that's going to happen in West Texas. And then just shortly after that, we are going to see the capsule come down via parachute.
The sonic boom. And booster touchdown, welcome back, New Shepard. A beautiful rocket that provided a beautiful flight to space.
First up, your booster has landed.
Booster landed. Blue Control Bezos, that's great to hear about the booster.
And there it is, our crew capsule with our 4 crew members on board.
You have a very happy crew up here, I want you to know. Oh yeah, I see blue. I see the big barn.
Stand by drogues. Stand by drogues.
There it goes.
Stand by main. Stand by main.
Oh, so far, a nominal flight.
Look at
Here
that.
comes the crew capsule back from space. The drogues deployed. Here are the mains out, reefing and coming to full inflation. Our rocket went over Mach 3, and now they're coming floating back down at just about 15 or 16 miles an hour, about to join us home. Back here in West Texas after having gone over the Kármán line, the internationally recognized line of space. The world's newest astronauts. Gary, how you holding up, friend?
I am speechless.
Aw.
Wow. And those big, beautiful windows.
Just got about a minute and a half of floating before the activation of the skirt jet for a soft touchdown. At this point, there are sensors on board that are detecting how high they are above the ground, multiple sensors. and just 6 feet above the ground, that cushion of air will puff, and they will have a soft touchdown, almost like just sitting in a chair. But I'm sure their adrenaline is pumping now.
And touchdown. Welcome back, New Shepard's first human crew. What a
Welcome
flight.
back to Earth, first step. Congratulations to all of you.
Derek,
What
I know
a
that you were
day,
able to
what a
watch
day.
this along with us. We do want to bring you back into this conversation. They have landed safely. What are your thoughts?
I'm speechless. I'm just smiling.
As are we.
I'm watching the just slow descent. I'm seeing that. I mean, the rocket booster landed just right on the launch pad. It's just. I'm just like, this is science fiction stuff, and it's science reality now. It's just truly remarkable, and this is going to pave the way to a whole new world of space travel for hopefully everybody in the future.
Yeah, it's truly incredible. Derek, we're accustomed to, these long flights where they don't let the astronauts, walk after they come off of the space shuttle or off of a SpaceX vehicle because they've been in space for so long. These guys and gals have only been up in space for 11 minutes. So will it be a much easier process for getting them out of there and letting them back out on dry land?
Oh yeah, I mean, they were only weightless for a few moments. So for them, it was just. For them, it's just, a little bit of like a free fall like you would in a roller coaster or a theme park ride. And they could just get up and walk around and no issues at all.
But Derek, weightless for a few moments, but on cloud nine, probably for a lifetime.
Yes,
After experiencing
yeah.
something like this.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, this is going to be ingrained in their brain for the rest of their lives. And again, you never know. In the future, we'll have longer flights. We'll have this again. This is just going to pave the way for future industries space. So I'm really excited to see what's going to happen.
And I'm here reading right now that Blue Origin is saying that our recovery team is headed out to meet Jeff, Mark, Wally, and Oliver for a celebration marking the return from space. So they'll be going out there to get them, and I can only imagine the smiles on their faces as they get out and say, I was an astronaut.
Yeah.
I finally made it to space. And I specifically can't help but think about Wally saying, I'm finally an astronaut.
Yes.
I finally made it to space at 82 years old.
Yeah, really cool. We're looking, Derek, off the side of the screen there. They were showing us just the huge crowd of Blue Origin workers who were celebrating their victory today, because obviously this is a huge victory. They made history today with this mission, and it's going to be awesome to be able to see them come out of this capsule. Again, they just went up just 15 minutes ago, and now they're already back just like that. It was a quick trip, but certainly you can't beat those views.
And you know what's interesting about this, and you watched the Virgin Galactic, I'm sure both of you all did, and certainly that was amazing. It was amazing. To me, that looked more like an airplane, and although I was so thrilled and excited to see it, there's something about this that looks kind of more like what we would think of as a traditional rocket, and to see them go up and come down, it gives you chills to know that these are civilians on board, and they have made history as astronauts.
Yeah, it really is an incredible day. It's going to be fun to see them come out of the capsule and then talk about some of those views. And I imagine they probably have some pretty cool capabilities up there to show us video of what it looked like inside of that capsule and what exactly they experienced. Sort of similar to what we've seen on many of the SpaceX flights. And Derek, we're seeing one of the vehicles go out there now, carefully working their way around the parachutes so as to not drive over them. One of the cool things too about this mission, and this is one of the things Jeff Bezos talked about, was being able to reuse these vehicles, as we saw with that booster. Will they also try to reuse that same capsule, Derek?
Yes, so yeah, they'll be able. That's the whole idea. Is it's sustainable. They'll be able to clean it up and put it back on top and launch another crew. So the whole point of this process is to be renewable, to be sustainable, to be reusable. So that's the beauty of this, is that before you'd have to use one capsule and that was it, and the rocket, a lot of it would burn up in the atmosphere back in the day, but now things are being reused all the time. So this is really, really exciting, and it'll make it easier to use that for, again, launches that may occur weekly, daily, who knows? I mean, it could be hourly in the future. So again, I want to emphasize that maybe by the time I'm an old man, this might be just, skydiving or, doing some other adrenaline rush thing that everybody will be able to participate in.
And that was the whole thing that Jeff Bezos wanted to do, right? He wanted to make this affordable for the masses in the years to come. Obviously, both he and Richard Branson have the same thought and idea about this, is making this space travel commercial travel so that everybody who wants to can have an opportunity to travel into space. As we take another live look at that launch, which is absolutely incredible as you watch that go up into space.
Yeah, Derek, we're seeing they're rolling up, it looks like maybe just a little platform so that the astronauts can safely come out of the space vehicle. How hot is the outside of that vehicle? I mean, is it hot to the touch? Do they have to be careful being near it, or would it have cooled off that quickly?
It cools off fairly quickly. I mean, obviously it's a little warm, but these capsules are designed to absorb heat, but it's also not going into such extreme high altitudes. Where it's also not traveling at 17,000 miles an hour, so you're not having a lot of friction on the atmosphere. So it's a little bit different than what you experienced with SpaceX or with the space shuttle back in the day. So it's really not that not much different in temperature.
And you see somebody there giving it. Is that Wally?
That's Bezos.
That's
Jeff Bezos.
Giving a thumbs up. You can just see the smile there on his face. And I tell you, he's been talking about this and dreaming about this since he watched Neil Armstrong walk on the moon back in 1969. He was 5 years old at the time, and he said that sparked his interest in space. This is something he has always wanted to do. And by the way, he actually chose this date of the launch, July 20th, to coincide with the anniversary of the Apollo 11 moon landing. So a lot of significance there as you see and watch as they get ready to open up these capsule doors and allow those 4 newly minted astronauts to walk back onto Earth.
Yeah, it's such a cool thing to be able to add astronaut to your resume,
right?
Especially when you're just 18 years old. The youngest member of this flight crew, 18-year-old Oliver Damon, who goes to school in the Netherlands. His dad is the one who actually purchased the ticket for him to be able to go up into space today. He was supposed to go up on the second flight, but the first person who bought that ticket at auction ended up having a scheduling conflict and said they couldn't go. So that is when Oliver Damon's dad said, you know what, Oliver, this is it for you, buddy. You get to be the very first person to go up on this Blue Origin capsule as an 18-year-old young man. So a huge day for him, and of course for Jeff and Mark Bezos and 82-year-old Wally Funk, who is really becoming sort of a national superstar.
Right? I think she's become the star of this whole thing. One of the things that she told her friends when the friend called to congratulate her on her Blue Origin flight, she goes, "Listen, I've waited a lifetime, honey. I'm going up for all of us," meaning all women who have always wanted to do this. They are about to come out. Let's go ahead and listen in.
With the cowboy hats, I love it. There's Lauren Sanchez. She is the girlfriend of Jeff Bezos, who's given hugs out to so many of the new astronauts. And I love the cowboy hat touch. That's so cute because, of course, West Texas, right? Very apropos for that part of the country.
What a day again
everybody's
here.
Just
a successful
so happy.
Launch and landing of the new Shepard rocket and crew capsule with our first human flight crew there. Jeff Bezos, Mark Bezos, Oliver Damon, and Wally Funk. And their families there giving big hugs all around. What a moment. So much emotion from all of them the elation. Did you see Wally? Did you see Wally when she came out? You know this. I told you she was probably going to do a summer, cartwheel as she came out of that capsule. What an incredible, incredible day. Let's just capture a couple more moments of this. Again, space flight. So much engineering, so much objective, hard engineering, technical thought that goes into it. But when you put people on board, there's such an incredible emotional component to this. The time, the effort, the blood, sweat, and tears, you know this better than anybody else. Again, congratulations, Gary.
Thank you, Ariane. And congratulations to the entire Blue Origin team. This might have looked easy today. It was anything but easy. To design a vehicle like this that is so safe that anybody can get on board.
From Wally Funk, who today became the world's oldest astronaut at 82, to Oliver Damon, who became the world's youngest astronaut at 18. He joined us from the Netherlands. Again, big shout out to our viewers in the Netherlands. Congratulations. You should be very, very, very proud of your countrymen. I mean, again, and representing the next generation of people that are going to go into space. I mean, I can't wait to see what Oliver does with his future. I can only imagine. You heard him in the video. You know, he just wants to spread the love, spread the message. I can't wait to hear their impressions of the view from up there. And in fact, I hear in just a moment we hope to be getting a couple of impressions from our astronauts. We'll stand by for that there. You see the friends, the family. You see our CEO, Bob Smith, there. You see a couple of our other executives, of course, this crew safety team.
Champagne.
And it's champagne time, everybody.
It was just a matter of time before the corks were popped, and there they go. The champagne is coming out. Yeah, exactly. They brought the champagne out, and of course, the well-deserved celebration by all of the crew and the many, many hundreds of people who work behind the scenes to make this happen. As they were just saying, and you heard them say, this is no small feat. They make it look so easy, but the manpower and the number of hours that went into creating this rocket and to making this happen today. 21 years in the making. It's truly incredible.
And 15 flights
Yes.
Prior to this one, to make sure that everything did go off without a hitch, and it certainly did. And it was just such a stunning, exciting, exhilarating flight to watch for us. You can only imagine what it must have been like for those who were on board. We do hope to hear from them coming up in just a little bit. But